Ma cigüeña, tita si baba. We're doing what do they call those when you start singing out in public?
Flash mob?
A two-person flash mob at the grocery store.
I don't know.
This is my gal pal, Rachel Hall, and this is a sneak peek at The Lion King. That's
Simba.
Gonna be coming out in theaters this weekend. First impressions.
My first impression was basically a shot-for-shot remake, and Beyonce tries her hardest.
She's a great singer. Beyonce is an amazing singer. She plays Nala, which is Simba's romantic interest.
She's an icon.
And the eventual queen of the
Pride Lands.
Pride Lands. Oh, we should probably toast here.
To the Pride Lands. Mm-hmm. Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter is a legend and an icon. And she is in this movie. And I'm very glad that James Earl Jones stayed alive long enough to remake this movie.
He did, what is it? He did the original Darth Vader.
Original Darth Vader and lived long enough to redo that. Oh yeah, the most trusted voice in New. I don't know.
And now he plays. He reprises his role as Simba's father, Mufasa.
And now he gets murdered again.
That man has died more times as an actor than any other.
He's gotten murdered a lot. Poor James.
Poor James Earl Jones. Listen, Lion King. Take your kids. They're going to love it. It's a Disney movie. It's CGI at the cutting edge.
Ooh, it is CGI.
And they're going to absolutely love it. It's
CGI Pride Lands.
If you love the original Lion King, you're going to love this. It does not have any of the new songs from the Broadway musical. So Julie Taymor's Broadway musical with He Lives in You.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
My favorite song. It's not in there, and because that's not in there. But if you remember all the way back from when it first came out, that music, like the overture of it, is playing in the movie. It's not in this one. They use a new Beyonce song.
Yeah,
a new Beyonce original.
Do you remember the song though? Was it
no? Because I
memorable?
stopped listening.
I think that's the thing about somebody with Beyonce who's such a big star is that you kind of get pulled out of your fantasy, the suspension of disbelief, and you're like marveling at the fact that Beyonce's trying to act. I need you to come back. Simba, please.
Every line that she says sounds a lot like, girls, you better go in the back of that closet and get that freakum dress. Like, that's everything sounds like that. Or remember when in Obsessed, when she was, you came in my house, you touched my child. You think I'm crazy? I'll show you crazy. Lions attack. Same. It's crazy.
What do you think about Billy Eichner as the Meek Rat and the other comedian?
Seth
Rogen as Timon and Pumbaa. I thought they were the highlight of the film.
I think they were great. The part that I did not like was the hyenas. They weren't.
But let's talk about the Timon and Pumbaa. So Billy Eichner is channeling Randall. Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger don't give a damn. He is doing his best Randall impersonation at the beginning, and then as the movie progresses, it's more Billy Eichner. Yeah.
I feel like that was everyone though. I think everyone was like, I am this character, and then halfway through the movie, they are like, I am moving on to my next project. I am me now. I don't have time for this.
Why do you think that the hyenas were kind of like a weak part of the film?
They were so weak that they clearly cut them out of the movie.
Because Whoopi Goldberg originally did it in the animated film.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg was it just. And here, Eric Andre and Keegan-Michael Key have the exact same voice. They sound the same, so you don't know who's talking. It's just weird. They, like I said, they were cut out of the movie.
Daniel Glover as Simba. He can do everything as a comedian, musician.
He's good.
He's a singer. I felt like Daniel Glover's talents kind of got lost in this.
Donald,
sorry.
I mean,
is Billy D. Williams Jr. Is this a role cut out for him?
Everyone got lost in the movie because it's a movie made out of CGI.
Made out of computers, so there's a danger. And there was a risk of this getting lost.
It's visually gorgeous, and I think you get lost just looking at the photo of just looking at the photography of
You're
it all.
describing a video as a photo. That it's very
Well, there's a director
very
of
flat, you
photography.
mean,
They
or-
take and they
Yeah.
make it. It was fine. And
Yeah.
you get lost in the voices because you're too busy looking at the Pride Lands and like how cool it looks.
It's not Julie Taymor's Lion King on Broadway. I feel like that sort of captured the sense
Not at all.
of Africa, this sort of culture that as Westerners we're not really privy to.
Right.
Bringing in sort of like puppetry styles from the East
Yeah.
and Africa and bringing it into a Broadway style was really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like this film doesn't really accomplish anything. And what I've really enjoyed so far with Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast is that Disney's kind of reimagining and fixing some of the problems with their classic stories, their popular
I feel
animated
like they're just
films.
making more problems.
And this film, I feel like there's more problems to be had. It's still very entertaining to watch. If you're a big fan of The Lion King, you're not going to be
gonna
disappointed.
It's just
But-
if you're expecting to see the original 1990, whenever they have it, 4, 6, 5, I don't know. If you're waiting to see that movie, then just watch the cartoon. I don't, because you're not gonna get it watching this version of The Lion King. Same thing goes with the Aladdin. If you haven't seen Aladdin yet, and you're 100% expecting to see the version of the Aladdin when you saw when you were
Yeah.
a kid, but with real people in it, it's not the same movie.
So you're
ahead
kind
and
of
get
like,
that
thanks, I hate it.
I thought Aladdin was fine. I thought this movie was good. I still got, teary-eyed when they murdered Mufasa.
I got teary-eyed at the ending when they bring up spoiler alert, Circle of Life.
If you haven't seen The Lion King by now and you're not a child, this is your fault.
And this review is more for adults.
100%
This is
your
for
fault.
people who may be going to see the movie without kids. If you're going to bring kids, the kids are going to be delighted. There are
Yeah.
parts of the film that the pacing is a little slow. I feel like hopefully, I'm not sure if this is the final cut, but this is the press screening. So if they're going to
It was
tighten,
the cut they gave us.
it was the cut they gave us. I hope that before they release it, that it's going to be tightened in some parts because it did feel like it dragged on, and I felt myself like nodding asleep in some parts. But otherwise, it's a CGI marvel. It's certainly like carrying along the same kind of technology of Life of Pi.
Yeah.
Those scenes in the lifeboat with the tiger and the other animals. You really forget that you're watching an animated film.
Yeah, they do a really good job. And a lot of times CGI is trash on all levels. Disney spent the money that they stole from other people on this movie, and it was wonderful.
They stole.
They didn't steal anything. Please hire me. It was what it was. I thought.
Yeah.
I wish the hyenas were funny.
The hyenas were not funny.
They weren't even amusing.
Well, they're meant to be threatening. They were certain threatening.
Well, yeah, they're meant to be threatening, but
Yeah.
they're also meant to be funny. And they just weren't.
There's nothing.
I think John Oliver did a fine job at being an annoying British man.
That's what he does all the time.
And I love John Oliver
John
for
Oliver
it.
is John Oliver. Actually, I feel in terms of Sazu, the bird, the British bird, who's kind of he's a kind of a heavy. He's about the rules. He's a nod to British colonialism. I feel like he's the one who sort of brought a lot of nuance into the role, whereas I feel like the other actors didn't really have that.
No,
And I
okay.
know I've just complimented 3 white actors, and we've never talked about like who actually
We talked
shone.
about Beyonce for the longest.
And Beyonce. Well, Beyonce, I think like as a singer, she's really astounding. But as an actor, she just it's not that necessarily she's good or bad. Is that
She's a beauty
Beyonce,
queen.
and I feel like I'm being
She's
blocked out and brought back in.
yeah.
there.
I will say the only thing that I 100% flat out did not like, and I knew this was gonna happen, was "Be Prepared."
Dude, so the song "Be
The
Prepared."
song "Be Prepared"
Where
has
Scar
always been
sings,
one
yeah.
of my favorite drag numbers on earth, and
they kind of
it's like,
de-dragged it.
They completely did. I didn't even realize the song had started until halfway through because he was reading it like this death poetry jam poem. And I was like, oh, wait, this is Be Prepared. Okay, I get it, I guess. I didn't like that.
Thanks. I hated it.
I did not like that. Give him a song to sing. I wanted to see be prepared. I wanted to see hyenas goose stepping. I wanted
Fascist hyenas.
to see it.
Was there? Do you
Why
feel
were there
like
four
there was
hyenas all the
a lot of comparisons to the Trump administration and the fascist takeover of Washington to this film?
I didn't get any of that.
I didn't get any of that.
I saw
They were
lion.
wanting to do that, but I didn't. I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on any of that. What I picked up on is that there was a beautiful number that Scar didn't get to have, and I don't know why.
And do you think part of it is like Disney's trying to correct the fact that Scar's kind of this classic gay villain, and they're trying to sort of move away from it?
Every villain in a Disney film is a
Yeah.
classic gay villain.
Well,
every
and so they're
single
trying to move away from
one.
this.
Too
and,
late.
And they're sort of
They
losing
built their backbone on
that
gay
edge,
villains.
that
Disney-
campy factor.
Disney's backbone is gay villains. So
So,
I don't know.
I would say the best thing about the Lion King movie
Mm-hmm.
is Halle Bailey came as part of the package deal for The Little Mermaid, and I actually
Probably.
think that I'm looking much forward to seeing Halle Bailey as Ariel in the upcoming remake of The Little Mermaid, and I think they're going to bring a lot of interesting things. I'm also interested in see who they're going to cast as Ursula Sea Witch, because that's going to be a really hard role to fill.
The rumor is it's going to be Melissa McCarthy.
She didn't deliver in Ghostbusters.
She didn't deliver in anything, but it's just another white woman taking a black woman's voice.
Also, Queen Latifah is being considered for the role. She did a very famous photo session with Annie Leibovitz.
She did. I remember that. She looked
So
amazing.
she could take that on again. I also think I want somebody.
Lizzo is petitioning herself to be Ursula.
I want someone who's not likable. I want someone who's kind of a villain in real life, or someone who's a
Melania.
That would be
Melania
amazing.
Trump.
Melania Trump would be amazing. But you know, like the thing about it is
For
like.
unfortunate soul.
Like the character was based on Divine, and Divine in real life was pushy, and she was outrageous, and she was edgy. And I don't feel like any kind of artist right now that's sort of the pop mainstream is fulfilling that. So it's going to be a hard role to fill.
Well, whoever it is, they're going to give it to
Yeah.
Meryl Streep. So everyone calm down.
Well-
They're just going to give Ursula to Meryl Streep. And
So
then
the
we'll all
final
be
word,
gagging.
if you're a parent with kids,
Go see The Lion King.
if you're a single person who's looking for a date night, should they go see
Go
The
see The
Lion
Lion
King?
King. Get drunk and go see The Lion King.
Get really...
all of the high things.
It's fun to sort of, if you're tripping, if you're a little, have a cocktail. You know.
If you're an adult and you're going to go see this movie and you don't have children, try to figure out how to see the movie without children being there. And if you are bringing children, then you're fine.
All right. So out of like
Out of five?
yeah, I would give this 3 crooked fingers and 1 broken pinky. Or this.
Yeah, I'd have to. Well, no, I'll do.
Are there 3.5 fingers? How many fingers do you give them?
If this is Star Search,
Yeah.
I would have to give overall the movie. Honestly, this is like the best live action Disney film I think they've made. So I'd give
You mean
it
the
like
best CGI?
yeah, I'd give it like a strong, a weak 4.
Okay, so 3.5.
Right, but now if I'm judging just individual performances, I would give the hip hop rapping girls time, Beyonce, Ashley, Lativia, and Latoya a 2.
If you're a fan of Beyonce, absolutely
If you're a fan of Beyonce,
go see
it
it.
doesn't matter. You're gonna love this anyway.
Beyonce sings, and she takes on "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" with Mr. Glover.
I don't like it.
I
didn't
actually
like
liked it. I thought it was very satisfying and really fun. But it's not Nathan Lane. I gotta say, it's not Nathan Lane. Billy
But
Eichner,
It's
Seth Rogen. You are no Nathan Lane,
It's
and
too
I know
many-
Nathan Lane.
She runs too much. When I was listening to it, I felt like I was running a marathon. Can you feel love tonight? Like, just sing the song. Just sing the song.
Thank you guys for watching. Remember, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Feast of Fun, and if you like this video, share it with your friends.
Is it one of these things where you point and it's
Yeah,
up
they
there?
know how to do it.
Okay.
You don't have to waste time telling them about it. Just remind them, And we do take
And you
donations.
yeah, I do too. On the Cash App.
What's
Rachel
your
Hollis Funny.
handle?
You can follow me on the Instagram and on the Facebook. Do people still say the Facebook?
It's just Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can follow me on those things. Rachel Hall is funny, and that includes the Cash App. Tip me. These jokes ain't free.
All right, folks. Bye. And same goes for Feast of Fun.